Well, hello there, guys. Who is here to have some good time? Who is here to make fun of me? And who is here to watch me fail? Did it take an L in Alliance War? I need to do one thing real quick. But it's okay. Completely forgot. But I cannot miss out on this. The Master A. How do you like the werewolf video, by the way? The Jiggly, the Darth Nikki, everybody else. I'm just gonna add some randos. We're gonna run through that very quick. I wish I could do this twice a week. The Melon Lord. Tell me, what does the Lord of the Melons do? Well, we all know what imbalance does. He falls. But what does the Lord of the Melons do? I completely forgot that I can do this. In a second, I want to test one thing out. I've seen the Avatar of the Last Airbender. The movie or the cartoon? There's a movie strategy. I have seen most of it. I don't think I haven't seen like all of it. I was never like actively watching it like online, but it was like on telly a lot at some points, and then I kind of watch it. And I have watched a lot of YouTube shorts, so I was watching it, but I wasn't watching it like my PC. I watched it on the telly. Watch One Piece. I watched all of the One Piece up until that island Don Flamingo arc. And then I just kind of gave up because I spent more time changing the episodes, skipping the recaps, passing all of the flashbacks and whatnot, than I spent watching the One Piece itself. So I watched it up until, what is it, Dressrosa arc or whatever it's called, where Don Flamingo was like that leader. At one point they were climbing one fucking wall for like 5 episodes. At one point, we were climbing that one wall for like 5 episodes or something, and I was like, nah, fuck that, you know. Because I genuinely, again... It is amazing, it is amazing. I just kind of gave up. I couldn't stomach. Again, I spent so much time doing everything else but watch, and there's like 5-6 minutes of like new stuff in that episode only. It is great though. I have been meaning at some point to catch up with it, but the deepest cartoons, man. Yeah, I do understand. No, Avatar is awesome. Sup, Camby? I mean, look at that. We got things. We can barely see KT1 in the weekends. Well, this time I had a very good reason for it. Believe it or not. What do you think the reason could be? Oh, we can open some relics here. I hit the cap max. Fuck. I can't claim any Mysterium stuff. Two new. Okay, so 5-star, 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 6-star. And another one's gotten a 7-star out of this. Not one. But sure. Okay, let's get to the polygons then. Let's update these dazzlers. But yeah, for instance, the main reason why yesterday you guys did not see me. Me could not now. It's two reasons. Yesterday was the last day of the kids' autumn holiday in Latvia, so it was actually my idea to do something nice for our son, and we went to Jump Space. It's basically that trampoline place. It's kind of like for kids. Because it's, you know, fairly inexpensive and they love it. They can play like video games on trampolines and stuff like that. And yesterday, did the wife? Yeah, wife likes it too. It was actually our third month after getting married.
Round it up $5.
So it was our 3 months wedding anniversary type of thing. So in the morning part, we did something for our son, which was, you know, to give him some fulfillment before he has to go back to school, and to cheer him on. And then it was for us. So we had an evening at home where we had some champagne, we made some snacks and stuff, and nice dinner together. So there you go. Just 3 of them. Alright, Melon. Listen, who would you rank for? Chorus, Spider-Man, Bastion, White Tiger, Gentle. Gentle Spider-Woman. And then it depends on you. Gentle Spider-Woman and Crossbones, probably. What do you think of Howard the Duck? A decently good champion that's not quite good enough to be like a meta choice. That's what I think of him. No, you cannot do Serpent in 40 seconds. You cannot do Serpent in 40 seconds with Photon in this meta. Thank you. You are welcome. And round it up, it is acceptable. Just FYI. It has to be acceptable. Oh, he's gonna nuke the shit out of that. Yeah, he's definitely gonna be faster than me. Yeah, I'm screwed and dropped here. Or at the very least, I should not have dropped my Sinister first. And his Sinister is rank 4. Mine's rank 3 still. I still don't have a rank 4 Sinister, because he's kind of mid in these metas. He's okay in this meta, but he sucks in the next one. Fuck me? Fuck me? Is Carter still useful? He's useful in Alliance War. If you like boost him up and all that stuff, but he's like basically a situational Alliance War champion. He's not really useful for much else. Holy shit. Now that's Spider-Woman. Only reason Spider-Woman did win this match is because of the 30% ability accuracy reduction, though. That is going away. That's kind of interesting, isn't it? And for Spider-Woman, actually will. And for Spider-Woman. Let's see how fast he's gonna be. Alright, fair enough. Oh yeah. Sinister was awakened. But he wasn't, was he? Yay! Peace. Sup, Scotty? Who's a good counter for Captain Britain? In general, Jack is the best counter for Captain Britain. Jack does incredibly well. Keep it in English, please. I'm gonna have to translate it and then... The Marquina. We somehow won this one. Isn't the Mega better? Mega slow. He's like full on immune, but Jack with his like regen and stuff in general is just faster and easier to use and better. It's kind of like, what's the best way to put it? Let's say on one hand you have a Crossbones, and on another hand you have the Patriot. The Patriot was designed to counter Photon, but he does it slower and takes some chip damage. And then you have Crossbones, who wasn't designed to counter Photon, but he does it faster and doesn't necessarily have to take any chip damage unless you mess up. So, and overall, Crossbones is the better champion. That is kind of the situation of Jack and Maker, maybe not as extreme, but the point is that Jack is the better champion overall. And Jack also does that matchup faster and potentially better. See where I'm coming from? And now somebody is going to lose their trousers because I compared Maker to the Patriot. But it was justified. Alright, wait. Snipe away. No sign of my next rank for you. Cabrit Sig 20, Deadpool Exposure, Sig 50. Sig 150, or Nick Fury Bullseye was 670. Well, those are very, very solid choices. I do have Nick Fury and Bullseye at rank 4. And I do have Cam Britton that I ranked up recently. But you know what else I can't decide on? Who's gonna hit that like button first? Huh? Oh, I forgot to mention. Whoever is the Gulag Master of this stream gets a new champion added to the matchmaking spreadsheet. I actually have added a few champs by myself. And it turns out that Wolf is one of the best results here. Wolf, it turns out Wolfie, my baby Wolfie, does incredibly well. Everyone's basically how Bullseye gunning nowadays. Bullseye is still useful though. Yeah, Anti-Venom is not a defender at all. By the way, guys. Oh, shut up, Scotty. You're going to jail for that. I don't want to hear nothing. Prison time. I should be able to do this. Let's see. The mediocre Sam. That is not true. We again, only reason I could do this fight as well is because of the 30% that Kabam's taking away. No, wait, that's Spider-Woman. The 30% stays here, and that 13% matters though. The 30% on Okoye. How does Okoye work here? Well, I remember when Spider-Woman got nerfed, and I explained exactly how much Spider-Woman's 30% ability accuracy helps you in this fight. It's exactly the same thing, because it's still 30% in snare. So basically, number one is that Okoye has like the double hit medium, so you can get enough hits or almost enough hits in to effectively neutralize the Nova Flame after her specials regularly. If you can get the full combo in straight afterwards. The second thing is that you do have the 30% that A can cancel the root, so you don't have to take block damage. B, it can cancel the Nova Flame, so even if you don't get enough hits, the Nova Flame just doesn't trigger. C, it can cancel the immortality, which it didn't in this case, but still. D, it can cancel the long Nova Flame when the immortality triggers, which it did in this case. And it can cancel the Fury after the level 2, so even if the Nova Flame triggers, I do take less damage. And all of those things effectively add up together, so you cancel just enough things to make it kind of work. So whilst 30% ability accuracy is obviously a relatively unreliable thing, you know. Good morning, Luke. All good except I got gulagged. Yeah, you did, didn't you? It's like, yeah, you did. Alright, check this out. That should be good. I deserve that? You absolutely did deserve that. Ah, shit. Shouldn't have done that. But, could have been faster. Good. Else is really crazy this bad? Yeah, she kind of is. So, who's rebalancing for getting next month? I think it's Dark Phoenix. It should be, and look how we're gonna take a look at it. Go to the champions, select the 2025 champions to make it less cluttered. Then you can just filter out by the 7-star champions and hashtag playable whilst we're at it, and then you can mark it down by release date. We just got information about the Spider-Woman and Loom Tricks. Then next up should be these beautiful ladies. Spider-Woman, Dark Phoenix and Yelena. So I want to know exactly how balanced is Yelena and Dark Phoenix, to be honest. I do look forward to hearing that there is no issue with them at all whatsoever. In fact, they should get a tuna. Alright. And Mediocre Sam, welcome. Everybody else, also welcome. If I didn't say hello to you, I just want to make sure I cover all the bases. All of them. I am at 90 points. Why am I getting Barrow matchup? Because Barrow specifically requested for you. Because Barrow said, I want you. And he got you. Because you had to be got. Well, that's the thing, yeah. Whatever they do. Because here's the thing. Both Yelena and Dark Phoenix are just absolutely poisonous designs. There's just no way around it. I like how he left my Cap Brit alone, which is fine. I can draft her, and maybe I should. But we'll see. Do I draft Captain Britain? Let's see how fast this stupid maker is going to be. Ah, fine, let's go Catalina. I give that touch Phoenix, there will be an outrage. There will be an outrage if they touch or don't touch Dark Phoenix. It's one of those situations where Kabam has kind of wrote themselves in the corner, because there is going to be very passionate people from both sides. But again, I don't think Kabam can win with this one. I actually really much already fucking look forward to the reactions to this, because again, both of these defenders are absolutely poisonous. They are just disgustingly toxic. They're never going to refund you cash or units. But, I mean, that is fact. Both Dark Phoenix and Yelena are disgusting type of defenders that I would never want to see in this game. Fact of the matter is that, you know, they do exist in this game. But I never want to see that. But, and again, it all will go down to Serpent thing. So if they do touch them, everybody's going to scream Serpent. Right? Or everybody's going to scream how much money and units I have invested and all that stuff. Which is fine. I'm not saying people shouldn't. I fucked this up. How come? Special Lock is the only one that didn't trigger. Oh wait, and oh fuck, I screwed this up badly. How come Special Lock is the only one that didn't? I screwed this up too much, way too much, because of that level 2 thing. Fuck, and then the ending too. Ah, this should have been way better. Yeah. Well, no, well, if they release, yeah, it's kind of like, no, you're wrong. Dark Phoenix will not be fucked, especially when it comes to stuff like Balagons and things. Again, let me explain. Domino has gotten counters released since fucking God knows how many years. How many Domino counters are out there? A shit fucking ton. Right? You'll agree to that. There are 3 metric tons of Domino counters out there. I'd wager. And Domino is still a relevant defender. Why? It's because, mainly, it is because of what she does to you when you don't have a counter. Because she's the type of champion that says either you have a counter or you fucked. Really? He was that far? Okay, I fucking lose this match. That he fucking. I mean, nah, that's fine. I mean, I lose this. A lot of dominant counters out there, but not a lot of relevant in most matches. Well, exactly, that's the thing. And the same thing is going to be just about any other champion eventually, because you know there are lots of serpent counters, but it's mainly what serpent does to you when you don't have a perfect counter, and it's also the fact that you can't like turn your entire deck into a counter to one champion, so you choose limited amounts that you run, and it's also the fact that not all of them work with all the nodes and stuff like that. So yeah, I should have absolutely won this one, but fine, fuck it, I deserve the L because I played poorly in both cases. Domino's counters don't have versatility, Nico has. At the time, okay, Nico, first of all, Nico is one champion. That's a very, very poor aspect to look at it. Second of all, you're looking at it from the lens of right now. We had Nimrod. Nimrod countered the entire mutant class completely, including Domino, right? Nimrod's completely irrelevant right now because all it takes is a handful of champions that do something else, or, you know, that one champion doesn't counter, so a champion becomes relevant. Kabam can do exactly the same thing to Nico. Because, like, again, you're looking at it from the lens of right now. Nimrod made the entire mutant class defensively irrelevant for like a year or a year and a half. And then, you know, we got Onslaught, and then we got Dust, and then we got yada yada yada, and then, you know, popularity of Bishop rose, and then popularity of Sun. And all of a sudden, Nimrod's kind of like, whatever. And you say Domino's counters are irrelevant. That hasn't always been the case. Domino is much, much, much older than like many of her counters that are released that were relevant at one point. Again, the core underlying issue here isn't the Domino and her counters, or Dark Phoenix and her counters, or Serpent and his counters. The core underlying issue here is the idea that unless you have a really, really good counter and really specific counter, you basically die or lose. That is the problem with the type defenders. Do you see that now? Because again, Domino's counters have been some of the most meta-relevant champions in the game. Like, for instance, you know, Ghost was and is a very good Domino counter. Ghost isn't in the game right now. When you look at the tech class, when everybody was, you know, as and when champs were released, let's take a look at tech class. Many of those champions, at one time or another, were in the meta. Like Shuri, for instance, was a meta very, very long, for quite a long time. As I said, Ghost before, and so on and so on. Again, it's all about those champions without the perfect counter, and how many champs do counter it. They are mediocre in this game anyways. Don't know often, so it doesn't matter what again. I mean, like, that's fair enough, but even if you're mediocre at the game, that type of thing does ruin people's enjoyments. Like, destined to die or destined to lose is antithesis of fun. I just ban all that. I mean, like, and there's only that many champions you can ban. Again, banning Phoenix and Serpent all the way in every BG match, that's fine. But then you still leave all the, like, you know, Thanos' Spider-Women, Yelena's, Zola's, and whatnot on the table. Which are defenders, and, you know, Phoenixes and whatnot. Sorry, not Phoenixes, but Photons and whatnot. So, it's, what is the best way to put it? If it only would be 1 or 2 champions that are like that, be fine, but there are not 1 or 2 champions that are like that. There are well more than 1 or 2. You know, I don't have Nico. To me, Nico is out of ban because Nico is also like a very nasty defender that's kind of hard to deal with a generic champion. And then so on and so forth. I know I do it. I mean, like that's fine, but I don't think any, like, again, whichever level or whatnot I play or fight on, that is okay, fine. I don't think anybody likes to go in a match, for instance, knowing that they will lose. It's a compounding effect. For instance, if you match somebody with a bigger deck, you already feel shit about it, right? Because, you know, you're already at heavy disadvantage. And then, when that somebody with significantly higher deck drops a defender that you just can't possibly win against, I doubt you're gonna feel great about it. Right? Ah, shit, I got that weakness on. And that's the end of it. So again, it's just one more of those things that make it less cool or fun, I think. Because again, if you get outmatched by the deck size already, and you feel like, okay, this is going to be very hard to win, it sucks, your morale is getting lower. And then when they put on Dark Phoenix and you don't have a Dark Phoenix counter, you have the feeling like, well, what the fuck am I supposed to do here? So I think at any level, existence of champions that demand that you lose unless you have a specific counter is just bad for everybody. What's up, Gecko, man? Yeah, I'm Gecko. Alright, bet. Yeah, this man, why? I'm more scared of Serpent than Dark Phoenix. Well, there's, again, not adjusting Serpent at a time is a thing Kabam can't possibly take back. It's just facts right now. So yeah, Serpent is, in many instances, nastier than Dark Phoenix. The reason why Serpent is so nasty, well, number one, he's more present. And number two, Number 2, because Serpent is inherently hard to fight even with counters. As in, if you have a counter against Dark Phoenix, you typically will just nuke that fight. If you have like a good counter, like if you have like a Hood or a Nick or something like that, it's a very, very straightforward fight. But if you have a counter against Serpent, many things can still go wrong. That's why, to me, Serpent's kind of scarier. Yeah. I feel like Yelena has a good amount of counters depending on the meta, but Dark Phoenix has only a few fast counters, so Koi Nico being the safest, fast, quickest options for Dark Phoenix. I do agree with it that Yelena has more counters, but Yelena is... Yelena, in my opinion, is still kind of cut from the same ilk. I completely agree that she's like not as bad. But she also kind of represents that unless you have a counter, you're probably gonna die or lose. And it's again, it's not the same degree, but it's the same principle of the matter. Imbalanced, and you got Gulai because you said Nico. For Shadow is a very good Serpent counter in generic conditions, but again, you do need to see what Shatra kind. I mean, like, again, yeah, Shatter is not as good of a Serpent counter as Spiral is, for instance, or whatnot, or Nico. Because Shatter is more of a generalist. She does that fight well, but with nodes you can make it so that she doesn't quite easily. Can 17k prestige get any higher BG leagues? What do you mean by BG? I mean, like... Still going to Spiral a Serpent matchup? What do you mean you don't get it? Basically, Spiral counters Serpent very, very well. By the way, guys, I just had a sudden realization. Chapter is basically reskinned Werewolf by Night. Both of them are extremely similar in their like purpose, in their use, and in their kind of playing as well. Because both of them have, let's call it, fairly quirky power gain mechanics that you do need to get comfortable with, or you're gonna get punished for it. Both of them are extremely generalist type of champions, because they are great for a whole bunch of things, but they're not the fastest basically under any circumstances. So they have like a wide, very well varied spread of matchups, but they're not like, you know, super fast at anything. Yeah, I actually think that Counter and Variable are very, very similar champions. How different is the GC meta from Victory? It's basically the same meta, except that your ability accuracy, so basically your parries can fail, and your, you know, defensive weights and stuff can fail. Other than that, it's basically the same thing. I need to pop into the gym. Better off without Midwolf. What kind of blasphemy is that? Hey, what's up, Sith Supreme? How are you doing? Okay, I'm an idiot. I mean, she dead, but I'm an idiot. I thought that I mixed up the specials. Man, I really need. I was just so happy to see Sith Supreme that I got momentarily distracted. Fuck. There is a very good chance that he's gonna do worse than I did, though. Why does King Groot hit like nothing against Red Skull and Balagons? Well, it's primarily because of all the armor, probably. Until or unless you get rid of it. All the champions hit like nothing. The real question is, why are you using King Groot and Balagons? Yeah. The werewolf video has been drafting him all the time now. Here's my third rank corner. Forgot him in the back. Oh, fair enough. But no, honestly, werewolf works so much. Like, again, he's never... Like, in this meta, for instance, he typically does fights in like 60, 70 seconds, something like that. But he does answer those, like, problem defenders. One of my most liked champions is beta mid Bill, but doesn't get the love like other customers out there. He's not fast enough. That is good enough for it's not that he isn't fast enough. It's also that he has a crappy playstyle, in my opinion. It's also that he's reliant on shock. Any champion that is reliant on shock has gonna be very hard time hitting the top tiers. Shock, again, I can give you a plethora of reasons why shock is by far and away the shittiest dot in the game. Would you like to hear them? Yeah, I like King Groot too. He's just not good enough. Ah, shit, I shouldn't have done this yet. I guess it still counted. Okay. That is perfectly fine. Those terms are acceptable, my dickhead friend. Okay. I mean, could have been better, but died a little bit too quick. He can actually win this one. I don't even have the double track. Dotty. But hey, good enough for you. Hey, what's up, Edward? Good morning to you. Good morning. Edward, by the way, is the guy who you saw in the wedding pics. He came to visit me on my wedding from Germany. And we had an awesome time. King Absman should be a King Absman should be a sense. I completely agree. Slinger. But yeah, no, Shock is by far and away the shittiest dot in the game. Number one, Shock is like just Congrats getting married. Well, thank you. Yeah, and it was a blast. See? Everybody who comes to visit says it's quite nice here. Latvia really is like fairly clean, like very clean actually, fairly green country that has a lot to offer. Ah, fuck. You can hire me to be your personal tour guide. Greetings and salutations. What's up, Martin? Oh shit, I said Wolverine. So then on why Shock the shittiest dot. Okay, so first of all, Shock is just about the only dot, or almost only dot in game that doesn't have any other effect. As in, Shock does nothing. Cold Snap, stops away, you know, poison, reduce regeneration. You could say that bleed does nothing, but at the very least, bleed is direct damage, and it doesn't get affected by the resistances, and also bleed has deep wounds. Neuro shocks, you know, stop miss. Everything else does something. Or most things does something, but not that. Not Shock. That's one thing. Second thing is Shock is energy based dot. Energy based dots are the ones that most often get reduced by resistances, because more champions in general have energy resistance or access to energy resistances. The third thing is that energy dot and Shock specifically supercharges a ton of champions that are relevant. Like here, for example, if you take a look at all of these defenders, you don't want to Shock Onslaught because... One second. You don't want Shock Onslaught because he gets supercharged, you get Neuro Shocks on you. You can't Shock Dust, you know, Crossbones deals with any dots, so does Zemo and whoever else was left there. And basically, Shock works on just about the least champions, so in many cases, Shock actually penalizes you. Because Shock immunity is very, very common. That's one thing. And again, the second thing is you do have a crap ton of champions in Mutant class, for instance, that actually benefit from Shock. Like, you know, Hawkeye, Bishop, Onslaught, so on and so forth. Storms. They're all kind of like trigger response. And as an end result, yeah, in between Shock immunity being as common as it is, in between a ton of champions getting actually supercharged by Shock, even if they're not immune or resistant to it, in between energy resistance being as present and abundant as it is out of all the dots in the game, the shittiest debuff, shittiest dot for a champion to rely on. Greetings from Russia. Well, hello there, Dmitry. Hello there, from Latvia. Is it going to run recalls with the Professor X poison resistance energies? Yeah, you can turn any champion into a healing machine with recall masteries. Best dot? Currently the best dot is Neuroshock, probably. Bypasses miss. There's like one champion that's immune to it. poison and bleed are very good dots too. Oh shit, I screwed up. I'm so dead. Ah, fuck. Got carried away talking. Got carried away talking and parried by accident, so I lost all this health. Adding and prestige get into the gladiator circuit. I really don't know, Ken. You can try, but if you can do it, you need to wait towards the end of the season, Ken, because at the beginning of the season, everybody starts on victory track, right? So with your 18k prestige, you can potentially come up with somebody like me who has 30k. 32k prestige and typically, you know, finish super high up. With every passing day, more people exit the victory track and enter the gladiator circuit. Those typically are the more capable players who do that. And as an end result of that, every single day that passes since the start of the season, victory track effectively gets easier than it used to be. Because more and more of the capable people have already entered the gladiator circuit. Yeah, but get me? So the best chance, I don't know if you can or can't do it, it also can potentially depend on your skill level and all that stuff, but the best chance you have is in the final week of the season. Yeah, week 3, week 4 basically is the best time. Week 3 is probably the best. Because week 4 there's like people who just procrastinate a ton. Bitch. Oh, of course. Of course. And if I hadn't just messed it up and thrown that heavy attack, whatever. He's gonna finish with full health, but whatever. Let's see, maybe he fucks up. She, I don't know. Yeah, final week is the easiest, but you miss out on extra radiance. But if it's only 10k for him probably, because if he's just trying to get into GC in the first place, he's not gonna do it in week 1 anyway. So no, I would say he's not missing out on extra radiance. For somebody who just wants to try and get into the gladiator circuit. So no, Slinger, disagree with you. If somebody is struggling or barely capable or potentially, you know, impossible for them to get in the gladiator circuit in the first place, they're not missing out on anything. Hey, we did get a dub. We did get a dub arena there. I didn't expect that. Valorant's anniversary party. Alright, we're starting to earn some stuff here. With... I mean, this... Okay. No, okay. Is there anything in the BG store that I want to claim? anything here that I want. Not really. I suppose I can buy these because these I can reset later. I do need them. Hi, it's Slinger. Glad we came to an agreement. Yeah, I have to wait to spend a refresh as well, basically. So, Silver Solva. Sentinel is overall the better option in champion, in my opinion, but Solvar is currently the better defender, I'd say. Oh, for Awakening Gem, I'd give it Sentinel. I'd give the gem to Sentinel. What would happen if they made Mysterium Plus start in GC following start with 0 points, better worse? I'd be fine with it. It would be better for the low level players. I don't exactly know how it would look like for the rest. But I do personally think that the seeding that they do is too inclusive, too low. So yeah, I guess I kind of agree with you there, where I don't think there's that much of a point making us climb victory track over and over again. I can't necessarily, and the thing is, like, even the first idea of getting through the victory track, especially initially, I play BGs like quickly, as in like I don't wait or don't procrastinate. I do it on like day one, and still I effectively end up having to, you know, curb stomp toddlers, metaphorically speaking, where I get matched with people with, like, you know, 1 rank 4 or 0 rank 4s and, you know, 6,000, 5,000 deck and stuff like that. I don't think that's needed. I don't think that makes the day better for me or them. So, as far as I'm concerned, yeah. Sure. Those are your favorite matchups? And then you're just a bully. Modok is a meta merchant defender. Slinger. I'm not gonna say he's not worth it at all, but you do need to take in mind that he is in fact a meta merchant defender. As in, he's very potent defender if you can't stun him. On a mid account, I would not recommend gemming and knocking him up. It's more of a specialized thing, let's say. And fuck it, do your worst. I mean, he's probably gonna win this one. That and that. Oh, he's going Gallant. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Rank 4 Gallant at that. So that definitely makes sense. Let's try and formulate a plan. Will I need this for anything else? I would want to use for that. So, yeah, fuck it.
Shut up and take my money.
Round it up $5. They could do it so that everyone who finishes a season above Mysterium 3 starts the next season in GC.
Yeah, I agree. I got so fucking lucky. But, yeah, not good enough still. I do agree they could do it. I wouldn't mind that. Wouldn't mind that at all. I had like... I think this time around I had like 3 matches where somebody insta-quit against me. Last season it was the same or more. What the fuck is that block damage? That's just the block damage in life? That's the amount of block damage you take. It's just me. Yeah, the Valorant's draft system is not ideal. Fuck, I did not intend for you to. Fuck. Ah, it kind of worked out. I always insecure when I see streamer. Why do you hate us? You know what I think would be an interesting experiment? When we don't see each other's draft. Saying. Just saying. I don't think that would be good overall, but I think it would be fun to experiment with. What's up, Grindfell? You're lucky it's not saying that. Yeah, of course. Ah, fuck it. I wonder if I can do this fight. I think I can. I think I can do it. Maybe I should use Thanos. I probably should use Thanos, but fine. I want to see how crazy exactly she is. And I fucked it up. And I fucked it up. I could have done, I swear I could have done it. But I fucked it up. Decided. Shouldn't have waited the special. Yeah, I shouldn't have waited the special. That's fine. Anyways, I need to go do some dad things, so I'll catch you guys later. Bye bye.